Hi everybody, Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the DRF.com Formulator Race of the Day for Friday, March the 24th. Race number 8 at Aqueduct. We're going a mile and a 16th on the inner dirt, and it's an optional claiming race for older horses. Let's take a look at the field, and remember folks, head on over to the Race of the Day event page on DRF.com, download those free Formulator past performances, and handicap along with us in post position order. Mike, I think there's some speed in this race.
Yeah, I think there's a chance we get a fair pace in this race. It's funny, I looked up the time for US pace projector for this race just to see what they thought of it. They don't have it as a fast or slow pace, no advantage either way. They do have the two winning road on the early lead in this spot, which I guess I can't argue with, but I wonder how loose he can get.
I'm not sure he's a burner.
He's not.
I think he's a fast horse. Don't think it's going to be like how the pace projector has it played out. I think it's going to be more bunched, but solid early and contested. And I think the one Know Your Customer might be part of that pace. Antonio Gallardo, Chad Brown down towards the inside. A winner over a sloppy track 2 starts back. Now he improved his Beyer minimally most recently, stepping up into this non-winners of one other than condition, but he's going to deal with a layoff, a route race off of a layoff, and how good is he at the end of the day anyway?
Yeah, I don't know how good he is actually, and I don't even know, and I know that he won on a sloppy main track a couple of starts ago. I'm not even sure if I think he's a better dirt horse than he is a turf horse. We'll see. I just felt like this was a tough spot for a horse off of a layoff with this post especially, where I don't even think he's fast enough to make the lead, Dan. Maybe things work out for him, but I don't like his chances.
I'm not sure that was really a true non-winners of one other than last time out. The third place finisher Prince Azures came back to run third in a $10,000 starter allowance at Parks with an 85 Beyer speed figure. The 2 is Winning Road. We expect Winning Road to show good early speed under J.D. Acosta. No match for Bellamy Road, but it was his first time against winners, and at least there is an upward Beyer profile.
Right. His last 2 races very clearly the best that he's run in his life, and they're both over this track, so maybe there's something to that. That horse that beat him last time was awful good. Bellamy Way was off of a layoff in that race, but boy, did he run a big race off the layoff and just buried this horse, who lasted for second. My problem with him is I don't really love any of his races, and I know that he won 2 back, and he won by a big margin. I mean, there was just really no running going on behind him in that race.
Now, the 3 Cards of Stone also seems to really appreciate the inner dirt. He's got 2 wins, Beyer speed figures of 93, and last time out, 97. He also has Todd Pletcher in his corner. Here's the formulator fact for Cards of Stone. Over the past 5 years, Old Dirt last out winning dirt routers off a small layoff in optional claiming races, 37%, a $2.74 ROI. This horse looked good last time out, and he ran fast. Can he sit off another horse? His wins have come when he's up close to the pace, if not outright controlling it. He's going to have to sit, but he's 5-2 second choice on the morning line, and that's actually, I think, a fair price.
I agree. We'll just see what happens with him, because I think you're right. The thing that you're sort of hinting at here is that the pace is going to be a little more demanding for him in this spot, and he is facing some better horses, let's be honest. The horse that he outfinished last time, Becker's Galaxy, is actually okay. A Rudy horse, who Rudy feels like he sort of got him back to his good races, and he ran well in there, but Cards of Stone was too good for him. I don't know, the Buyers say that he's really tough in here. I don't know, Dan. I don't know how I really feel about it. I could go either way on this horse. I wouldn't take a short price on him.
I mean, he's a New York bred that's going to have to do it against open foes. You could also argue he's a bit dirtied up. I mean, the win last time out's impressive, but before that, a couple of muddy tracks, the bluegrass where he was overmatched, and the race before that, the big win over the inner dirt.
That's right.
I'm very interested to see what we get of Cards of Stone. The 4 is American Pioneer. This horse showed a lot of potential early in his career. He went to the sidelines for quite some time last spring and into the summer. He came back with blinkers. He took money, and he got his goose cooked on the lead. I think this time around, Angel Arroyo is taking him back.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do. He was bad last time. I mean, I know it was a 7 furlong race off of a layoff, and maybe he's just not a sprinter, but he was bad in there. He stopped running on the turn. He was also bad in that Belmont race before the layoff, where he got it into a good position and just stopped running through the turn. I think you have to be concerned that there's just a chance he can't run anymore. On the other hand, I think each of his first 3 career starts, all 2-turn dirt route races, I thought he ran really well in all of them, including the Arkansas Derby, which had a wicked pace that he was close to. I want to give him one more chance. I understand there's a chance he can't run. He'll be nowhere in here, but he's a price, and I'm going to give him one more chance.
And that's the most important thing. He's 15-1, and I think he makes some very good points that he's dirtied up. If you want to just simply say, last race, long layoff, distance a little too short for him, 7 furlongs. He wants to go 2 turns. Time before that, in against Giftbox, who was the bee's knees at that point in time. Realm has now come back to be grade 1 place. Time before that, you mentioned that fast pace, in against Creator in the Arkansas Derby. You throw those, 3 races with the excuses out, he's done some good things.
Right. I mean, I'll give him, that was a tough allowance race at Belmont in May. it doesn't mean that he had to run as poorly as he ran
but
there. He
something
finished
must have
last in there,
happened because
right?
that
And then there's a
pursuit
long layoff. I wish he had shown a little bit more off the left. Maybe he's just not a sprinter. I'll give Service the benefit of the doubt here as he stretches him back out, but he was pretty disappointing last time.
It was a good field he was in against, though. Homespun Hero, the runner-up, came back to run second again. Then he won the other day with a 93 Beyer. He's got talent, came back to run third twice at Gulfstream. Beyer's in the high 80s, 87, 88. The 5 is Virtual Machine. Now, Virtual Machine kept stakes company. He was actually stakes placed over a synthetic track last spring at Turfway Park. He returned off a long layoff, first time David Canizzo, and he just aired with a solid Beyer speed figure of 86. Now, here's a formulator fact you might want to consider at 3-1 on the morning line. Past 5 years, last out maiden winners on dirt, 0 for 29 for Canizzo, but Virtual Machine, boy, he returned in form.
He really did. We'll see what we get from him here. That formulator stat, I think, is one to at least keep in mind as you start thinking about how you want to play this horse. I liked his win last time. I don't like the field that he beat. I think he beat a pretty weak field, but he did it the right way. And it's you start going through his other races. I mean, he ran nothing but good races before that layoff too. There's a chance this horse is okay.
Morning line favorite in this race is on the far outside. The number 6, Toth Keefe, who sold for $1.1 million as a Keeneland September yearling in 2014. He's by Tappan. He's got a big pedigree. He's got the big connections. He was beaten in his North American debut down at Gulfstream off of a long layoff by a hard-hitting older horse in Fermento. He could certainly improve off of this race, but you're going to have to accept a short price on a horse who his form over there, and he was running on synthetic tracks, and we never really like it when the good ones, the ones that cost a lot of money, are running on the synth.
Yeah, on the other hand, as far as he's concerned anyway, it's interesting to go through the Timeform US comments from the Timeform handicappers over there. They sort of felt like he was more of a synth dirt horse and not much of a turf horse. They liked his debut a lot, didn't like his 3 turf races quite as much. He went to the dirt last time for the first time. I thought he ran fine. I didn't think he ran great, but I thought he ran fine. It was a race that sort of fell apart at the end. I mean, Fermento came from way out of it, and this horse was chasing the pace the entire way. I thought he ran fine, but I wasn't blown away by it, and he's a short price on the morning line.
We're taping this Wednesday afternoon. Toth Keefe finished ahead of Kismet's Heels in that race, who will go a favorite in an allowance race on dirt at Gulfstream on Wednesday. That was the Wednesday formulator race of the day. Let's take a look at our top picks for the feature at Aqueduct on Friday. You're going with American Pioneer. He's 15-1 on the morning line. He is a stout price to be sure. You'd bet him to win. Who would you use him with in exotics?
I'm going to use him with that 6, Toth Keefe, just because I feel like he deserves a chance. He's logical, and he's got speed, which I like, and I'll use him with Cargestone. I don't love Cargestone, but I recognize that he's got a couple races that make him tough.
So Mike Key in the 4, American Pioneer with the 2 favorites, the 6 and the 3. I think Cards of Stone at 5-2 is a fair price. That's what he is on Eric Donovan's morning line. I'd play him to win. I would go 3, 6, and 5 in our formulator race of the day. If you are playing the Aqueduct Friday card from home, please sign up to DRF Bets. New subscribers have access to a $300 sign-up bonus. And all you have to do is head on over to drf.com/trifecta. Approximate post time for the Friday formulator race of the day, the 8th at Aqueduct, is 4:50 Eastern. Best of luck.